Hello my lovely people, welcome back to another Loomian Legacy video today. And today's video I'll be showcasing a Thunderstorm team that I cooked off for today, man. And this Thunderstorm team, I've gotten a lot of wins apart from stream, but we don't talk about that. Without further ado, let's get right into the team. So first off, starting off, we got Big Freddy, which is your snack. Your snack is being our tanky and our baffle user. More like our tank support, because your snack is really great. And I mainly bring your snack almost like every single one of my team, so I figure I bring it. With item health family, this is your standard your snack set: Heartbreak, Slapdown, Shadow Sprint, and Baffle, and ability Tank. And the TP is 200 HP, 12 energy, gives you 250, 200 melee defense, gives you 195 melee defense, very robust, and 88 on range defense. Next up we have Eggbot. I got recommended to my friend 26 Cats to recommend use Eggbot, and I use Eggbot, and let me tell you this, Eggbot works it worked like so well on my team. I changed up his sets like a lot for it, and now Eggbot is like my OG. But I'm getting to Eggbot sets. Eggbot sets is nimble, the clutch plushie, and we have Draco Beam, Dark Surge, Bars, and Mud Spider. Draco Beam is there so we can get a plus 2 range type with Anomaly, and Dark Surge is there so we can make sure we have hit light types and also plant types. Barbs is there so we can sell barbs so we put pressure on the opponent's team. Like almost 100% of the time I did not clip barbs, but you can put poison bars or any bars or baffle if you really want to on Dorgo, if any of you guys want to decide it. Mud Spider here, this is a hit for Seer Knights and Fire types and Battle Force in general. And we have 64 HP, 400 energy, 200 range attack, 32 under range defense, gives Protagon melee attack buff, and 200 under speed. Next up with our Thunderstorm setuper, Plasma. Now, Plasma is, I checked out the Plasma set like a lot, and I figured out I found the set I really want to run for it. So I decided to run Heavy Shield, Very Frail, Clever, and Nimble on it. I started with the ability Thunderstorm because we set up a Thunderstorm with Plasma up, obviously. We use Provoke, Rejuvenate, Pestilence, and Zip Zap. Provoke there so we can just make sure the opponent does not set up, and Plasma can just Pestilence and make sure we just ship it down. This is a regular Plasma set right here. For the TPs now, 200 HP, 400 energy, 184 on the range defense, and 112 on the speed. The 112 on the speed just to outspeed 100 base speed Loomians with Nimble. Next up is Gashok, Turfront Gashok. You all know the nowhere Gashok I use. Yeah, the most boring Loomian of the team. But you can change it for Thunderkin Joltooth or Sober's Doctor if you really want to. We have Gastro Burst for the item, Very Fair, Robust, Clever on it. And we have Tamp, Poison, Stratagem, and Photosynthesis. You can change Poison for Saplant if you really want to. And for TPs, 200 HP, 20 on the energy, gives you 250 energy, 200 on the melee defense, and 80 on the ranged defense. Cosmelion time. Now, I've used Cosmelion in this team, so I want to use a Cosmelion on the Thunderstorm team, and I tested it out, and I really like using Cosmelion a lot on the team. So it's staying on the team, guys. We have the item Simple Essence. You can change it for Health Elements or Milkshake, or if you want to go on Power Cups, Kabunga Coffee, Health Amulet, Energy Orb, any type of set for you want on Cosmelion. We have Palm, Soft Water, Hydro Blast, and Climate Cannon. You can change Soft Water for Thunder. I'm pretty sure it's like Thunder Summon here. Yeah, Thunderstorm. You can change it for Thunderstorm if you really want to. And for the TPs, we have 88 on the HP, 400 energy, 200 on the range attack, and 8 on the range defense, and 200 on the speed. Now, 8 on the HP is just leftovers. 400 energy gives you 265 energy. The 200 on the range attack gives you 150 energy, 450 attack, range attack. My bad. 8 range defense is for there to make sure Protagon gets a melee attack buff, and 200 speed is there to make sure we have a good amount of speed to outspeed a lot of stuff in the game. Next up we have Mr. Zero, our Shirbot. I finally got my alpha Shirbots, guys, after it took me so long. We have we have specialty goggles as our item. We have frail, very smart, foolish. So I decided not to run with not Thunder because where is Surebot's range defense? So I decided to run this personality on Surebot. We have Overclock as our ability because this is the main key factor we're gonna use for Thunderstorm. We have Overclock here to make sure we have ×2 speed in during thunderstorms. We have Defreeze, Jet Stream, Zip Zap, and Metal Blast. Defreeze is there to make sure we hit Y-types super effectively. We don't have Out of Order because Out of Order is like a one-time move, and we just want to make sure we have Defreeze just so we hit those pesky Y-types. Jet Stream is there to make sure we have our Fire types super effectively. Zip Zap is there to make sure we have Pivot out while we have a next move we can cover for it. Metal Blast is there to make sure we have Asian types and light types in general. And now for the TPs. 56 under HP, 44 under energy gives you 250 energy, 200 on the range attack gives you a very smart gives you 172 range attack, and with special god gives you 256 range attack, and 200 speed to be as fast as possible. With 200 speed with no nim personality in Thunderstorm, I believe it gives 252 speed. 252 speed. And now lastly, we have Tyrex, our main abuser with Thunderstorm. And Tyrex is going to be the main OG, is going to hit super hard and do a lot of damage. And yeah, right there. So, right here we have Tyrex. We have Specialty Gloves, Brawny Fur, Clumsy, Nimble. We have Overclock as ability with the ×2 speed on during Thunderstorm teams. Vice Thunderstorm, Earthquake, and Teardown. We could replace Vice for Steel Crusher, and yeah, Teardown is also there to make sure we get rid of hazards and enchantments, so we get rid of the opponent's side. You know, you can change up Tyrex item for Power Cuffs if you really want to, but I still with especially gloves, that way I can just hit hard and do a lot of damage. And 76 on the HP, 24 on the energy, 200 on the melee attack, and 200 on the speed. Now, with 24 on the energy, gets you 260 energy. Since it's on the HP, it's just leftovers. The 200 on the melee attack is to hit as hard as possible, with special got hit stupidly hard as possible, and 200 speed to be as fast as possible with Thunderstorm. And also with Overclock as our ability with Nimble, it gives you a prox of this type of speed here. I'm gonna get it real quick for you guys. Oops, just get it. 272 speed to be as super fast as possible with on the Thunderstorm. So yeah, that is the team of the Thunderstorm team. I hopefully y'all enjoy. And now, without further ado, I will leave the Dream Team code down in the description. Without further ado, let's get right into the battles.
That's a lot of damage! Hey! Shit, he's dead!
LOL.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man.
Bruh.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Look at sun.